What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, the way we've always regarded Avengers Secret Wars here at the channel, at least since the official announcement, is if you've ever been a Marvel character in any cinematic universe, under any studio, you have a chance of showing up at the end of the film. And one by one, as we've gotten deeper into the Multiverse saga, Marvel Studios has made sure to show us they are not afraid to bring anybody back. And in the case that they died on screen like Logan, or multiple times like Professor X, they'll just use a variant from somewhere else in the multiverse to replace what we remember of that character. That's why it wasn't surprising at all when one by one we started getting rumors about the cast for Avengers Doomsday, and we saw the likes of Chris Evans on the list. Apparently, we were right. If you were ever a superhero, there's a chance you're coming back. But this latest update today, I gotta admit, guys, I did not see coming, and a fan favorite character that fans have been asking for to return for quite some time. Apparently, the actor himself teased it on his Instagram. We're gonna break down the return of Phil Coulson to the MCU, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. If you're into that kind of thing, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That automatically enters you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway if you want. Stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the actor Clark Gregg has teased his return to the MCU ahead of filming for Avengers 5 and Avengers 6 on his own social media and Instagram, where obviously he played the character Phil Coulson, who died in the 616 at Loki's hands during Avengers 1, but was resurrected on the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. through the Tahiti Project and has not returned to the MCU in any sort of canon event since. Well, he posted to his Instagram with a picture of Phil Coulson from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show with the quote, "Let's go," implying he was returning as the character. And again, while this may come as a shock to some of you, trust me, I didn't see this one coming either. This is one of the few names that has surprised me along the way. It shouldn't be that much of a surprise because we know that Marvel Studios top brass pays attention to what fans want in the rumor mill, and this is something fans have been calling for quite some time, alongside the introduction of other Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters back into the MCU continuity. Now, I will go ahead and issue the lightest of spoiler warning because we are going to reference some of the leaked concept art from 2 weekends ago, and in case you're trying to avoid that still or haven't seen it yet and you're not interested, now would be the time to back out. But a lot of questions remain about how all of these characters are going to return in the first place, and I think it's pretty obvious, given some of that leaked concept art, that was surely for Avengers Secret Wars and not Avengers Doomsday, exactly how that's going to happen. Now, if you missed our coverage of those leaks, I made sure to point out that by year 8 of Avengers Secret Wars in Battleworld, none of the inhabitants remembered their original lives. At some point, some of the memories were retained, but by year 8, everyone just lived as if they had been there the entire time. And I truly believe, given some of that concept art we saw, where everyone seems like they're set in a Victorian era, in what we think is Latveria and Doomstadt, that truly when we pick up at the beginning of Avengers Secret Wars, none of these characters are going to know that they haven't been there the whole time. Obviously, Dr. Doom is going to have to accomplish quite a bit in Doomsday to rewrite the multiverse into what he wants it to be, but assuming he is successful in Doomsday, which I think is safe to assume because there will be an Avengers Secret Wars, this can easily explain how all of these characters show up and on spot without having to explain it. He rewrote the multiverse into a new existence where everyone lives in Battleworld under Doomstadt and Latveria, and that's where you have the return of a lot of these characters where, if they did try to explain where and how they came from, even if it was across the multiverse, would require a lot of explanation, exposition, and introduction. This simply skips over all of that and picks up right in Avengers Secret Wars wherever Doomsday left off in a Latveria, where the continuity is just as if these characters have always been there. That saves the Russos having to explain a lot on screen. And if you look back at the template that they used, especially during Avengers Endgame, things that could have taken an impossible amount of time or have been very hard to explain, they simply glossed over or didn't show at all. Tony figuring out time travel literally took about 10 seconds, and narratively, they made him ready to go with the right inputs as soon as the OG Avengers came calling and asking him if he could do it. Later in the film, where they could have shown anything at all explaining how he built a tech gauntlet to hold the Infinity Stones, well, they just didn't show any of that. He figured it out. In that sense, it's easier sometimes not to explain anything than it is to try to gloss over something or try to explain it a little bit or over-explain it, because then things get complicated and obviously that's where things fall apart. In this case, they probably learned something, so rather than try to explain where all these characters come from, some characters will obviously be explained. I'm sure we are going to revisit at some point Monica Rambeau and whatever X-Men universe she's in, whatever timeline that is will be exposed. We're going to explain this stuff, but man, there's a lot of it they're just going to leave out. And so, if you're asking yourself, Well, how in the world is Phil Coulson back? Maybe just don't worry about it. They're all going to be back. They're all going to be in Battleworld because that's the way that Doom made it, and that's the simplest explanation. And of course, again, could Clark Gregg be teasing this and not really mean he's returning? I mean, sure he could be, but he knows what the MCU fandom is like. He knows that if he posts a picture of him as Phil Coulson on his Instagram with the phrase, "Let's go," people are going to take it a certain way. They definitely did. I don't think he would do that if it didn't mean he was returning, and I don't think it's a huge spoiler for him to let other people know as well. He's probably just very excited. We are all too, especially for his character to return. I swear, of all the names and all the characters, if you had asked me to come up with that I thought were crazy, I would have never come up with Phil Coulson in a million years, but it makes so much sense. You guys let me know all your thoughts down below. I am all ears as always. Are you excited about this? And are you copacetic with the fact that not explaining it is better than explaining it sometimes? Because that's definitely the method they're going to use in this film. Otherwise, it can just get overly complicated. And that's when you end up making mistakes or having plot holes. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PS5s here at the channel. We're just going to continue to do that until the PS5 Pro or the 6 comes out. And we're doing it for every Marvel drop this year on Disney Plus and on the silver screen, which means there are still a ton to give away. If you want to be entered to win, super simple. All you got to do, and all the same rules will always apply for giveaways here at the channel in the future. Be a subscriber, so hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here, live with my voice and the winning comment shown on screen when there is one. And for the TV shows, we give them away on the finale. For the movies, we usually give them away the day after the movie drops in theaters. So please be safe and vigilant on my channel, really anywhere on YouTube or any platform. Please remember that anybody can grab a content creator's photo, claim to be that content creator. It's all just a ruse to get you to give up your information on a third-party app like WhatsApp or Telegram, and then to charge you for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. No YouTuber will ever come at you in the comments to tell you you've won. No YouTuber will ever communicate with you, not through one of their verified accounts. And no YouTuber, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping. So if you should get a comment like that on my YouTube channel or really any platform anywhere, you can report it to the content creator they're impersonating, but I assure you that content creator already knows and is doing everything they can to thwart them. The best and easiest way to help everyone out is to just report the comment directly to YouTube. They are really fast about deleting them, and then not only is that comment gone for that content creators page, but everywhere they've commented on YouTube gets deleted all at once. You're really doing everyone in the YouTube community a service. I would sincerely appreciate it. They haven't targeted us in a while, but they've been targeting one of my friends, and because I do giveaways regularly, really anyone who does that is a target. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name Allfires. And while I would sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.